Hey, what's up you guys? It's Simon. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another one of those, I don't want to say it's like slapped together, but it sort of is, in the sense that it is a very last minute video because, as you guys know, I was sick for a little bit over or under somewhere around 2 weeks, and I was miserable the entire time, and I was also forcing myself to work on commissions because right before I got sick, I made this huge post about how I was doing icon commissions with the really quick turnaround time, and then I just so happened to get sick immediately afterwards, so I was still, you know, forcing myself to work on these commissions rather than resting like I should have, so that made the recovery kind of awkward, and it also made it so that I was kind of pushing back planning things for my YouTube channel, which meant that all of these videos had to be really easy to produce and to work on, especially considering I had also made the promise very recently that I was not going to miss a single deadline in December, especially because I'm usually on hiatus during December, so it was just kind of extra incentive for me to make sure that I met all of my deadlines within this month. So yeah, I hope you guys don't mind it being another kind of short, I guess like chill, relaxing type video like last week. Speaking of last week's video, I just wanted to touch on a little something that I mentioned in that video because I know that a lot of people, especially with these types of videos, don't tend to read the subtitles because they're more so like background noise for people to draw alongside of, so they're not necessarily looking at the screen, but it is kind of important, so I just wanted to reiterate that and make sure that it didn't get lost, and that is regarding the giveaway. So I've had a couple of people mention wishing that they could enter the giveaway, which made me think, like, why couldn't they? And that is partially, I believe, because I just remembered that international shipping has been insane lately. Like, some places shipping outside the US can be upwards of $70, and I do not, unfortunately, have $70 for just shipping. The shipping honestly is like almost the cost of the item anyway, so it'd be like, yeah, that would be really expensive for me, and I wish I could do that, but I can't. So if you are inside the US, stickers are still an option, but if you are an international viewer and you would like to enter the giveaway, but obviously, you know, can't receive the stickers or would just rather not have a physical item, you can also receive a commission as a reward. The commission might have a few parameters, depending on who the winner is or what exactly they're looking for. That's probably going to be something that I'm going to communicate with you because I want it to be as little parameters as possible, but I also want to make sure that, you know, I'm not, you know, like working on like a 15 piece or like 15 character commission for like free, because that's a lot of work and that's gonna take me a really long time. So yeah, whoever the winner is, whatever the commission may be, I'll be able to discuss that with them. One more thing, if you are a US viewer but would rather receive a commission as opposed to the stickers, just let me know if you are the winner. Of course, that is something that we will talk about when I contact you. One actual final thing, this is a really last thing, I promise. Last thing about the giveaway is that, what? I literally forgot. My brain, y'all, I still got sick brain, I'm so sorry. Does it have anything to do with the giveaway? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Can you tell this video is unscripted? I'm very sick. So yeah, I've just now started to get better the last few days, but I am doing better, I promise. Anyways, I guess we'll just get into the actual video because I cannot film this voiceover again. I can't do it, you guys. I can't. So getting into the illustration, I guess, it is part of my Patreon rewards. It is just the line art that I have colored. It's basically like every month I do a coloring page in regards to, of course, the theme for that month, and this month's theme is, fittingly enough, cozy winter. So I wanted to kind of embody, like, I guess not necessarily the fashion, but like the fashion of winter in some of these pieces, like the earmuffs and the you know, big scarves and, you know, big ginormous coats and stuff like that. It's not necessarily like fashion illustrations. Like I don't know what looks good and what doesn't, but I do like colors, and I know vaguely what kind of shaped items that I like. This is so vague. So yeah, it's not like high-end fashion or anything, but just, you know, cozy stuff that reminds me of winter. There's also like, you know, snacks and scenarios and stuff like cocoa and peppermint and, you know, snow and all that. So yeah, that's just what I kind of tried to embody with this month's theme. I also tried to embody it in the filming of this video as well. As you guys can see, maybe, possibly, in the corner, I tried to include some of my Christmas tree. I actually like moved around some of the lights so that they would be visible in this shot. I don't know if it ended up working. And then I also have some candy canes like peppered throughout the screen. I think it's funny because as I'm working on this, I don't know if it's visible in the video, but you can see the candy cane kind of like scooting around with me as I'm moving, which I think is really funny. So yeah, I just kind of tried to make it an interesting angle. It's kind of based off of a TikTok that I just filmed, actually, that I wanted to touch on a little bit because it's about how I've kind of been struggling with a little bit of artist block, but also just burnout in general. I've been very exhausted, especially, you know, working on commissions and being sick and not finding time for myself. So I had filmed a thing where I was trying to draw warm-ups to get myself kind of ready for the day, and as I was going, it's just the warm-ups kept getting worse instead of better, which is the opposite of what you want, and I was really frustrated with it. But I actually really liked the TikTok itself because of the angle that it was filmed at. I thought it was a really interesting angle, so I tried to I guess reuse that shot, but make it a little bit more curated for what I was doing in particular today. And I think it's also fitting that, you know, I kind of called back that TikTok because I kind of felt the opposite. And it was also one of those comments that actually helped me when I was working on this piece, because like I said, I'd mentioned that I was really struggling and I felt like I'd forgotten how to draw, and, you know, things just kept getting worse instead of better. And someone mentioned that when they're struggling with that kind of, you know, just like they feel like they can't draw and nothing's helping them, they try to, you know, do a couple of things at once, kind of like multitask. They specifically said like a multi-sensory experience. They said they'd have like a candle going and some music in their headphones and stuff like that, maybe switch mediums that they're using, and that kind of got me thinking like, okay, I'm one of those people, I've talked about this before on my channel, where I really struggle with finding, I guess, the perfect background noise when it comes to me having something on, of course, in the background, me having background noise, because I go through phases where I'll watch certain types of content, and then at a certain point I will look at that and I will go, I physically can't watch this, I can't stand this right now. Even if it was something that used to bring me a lot of comfort or relaxation, or make me really productive, I would look at it and I'd go, no, not you. Let's move on to our next batch of, I guess, our next genre of content. And then I would go through all of that, and then eventually I would again get to the point where I can't stand this type of content. And lately I have been, it seems to correlate also with when I have art block. It's like I can't, no video seems interesting. I don't want to watch anything of any genre, and it's really frustrating. So I decided to take this person's advice. I lit a candle, I put some headphones on, and I played music instead. And I've been really liking music lately. I don't normally listen to music, but I have been listening to a probably unhealthy amount of Doja Cat lately. More specifically, I've been listening to Woman on repeat. I listened to it for 4 hours straight today, which is probably not good. But I did like that. I like the song. I wasn't playing that during the filming of this video, unfortunately. I was actually playing it for a couple of hours when I got home and I was working on, I can't remember what it was. I was coloring something. It wasn't for this video, but it was for some type of illustration. And I was playing that the entire time. And then yeah, I just listened to music, and it helped a lot. I think it made me think less about the illustration, because part of what's been contributing to my art block, like I mentioned in my Huevember video, I've just been overthinking everything about my art style, about the shapes, about the colors, about the literally everything. So having these big like over the ear like headphones kind of like squeezing my head a little bit, playing really loud music, smelling a really good candle, I just like I zoned out and I painted this and I didn't think about any of it. I think I started thinking about it towards the end just because I was getting a little bit burnt out again by the end of it, but that was more so a matter of I started getting to the point where colors actually mattered, and so then I was kind of faced with, okay, where do I put these colors? I knew I wanted to incorporate a lot of red and green in the, well, I wanted to incorporate some amount of red and green because, you know, that's classic holiday combination. So I wanted to incorporate that somewhere, but I didn't know necessarily where I was going to put it. And then in the end, I knew I wanted like a really nice like pine, like just deep green, and I settled on putting that on the scarf, and then that kind of was where everything sort of fell into line. I also tried to do a little bit of a thing where like, okay, me on my face and also on all of my Sims faces, for cold weather, do gold eyeshadow and red lipstick, because holiday sparkly red lipstick is just classic to me. So I tried to illustrate that a little bit on this character as well. And because her lips were red and I knew I wanted to put more red in there, I decided to go with red for the coat, which meant that I went with the pine green again for the scarf. And that is where everything fell into line, because I was like, okay, I can color in her eyes now. I can kind of tie everything in together, because initially I had the eyes go through a couple of different phases, mostly in my head. I think I filled them in light purple at one point, and then I was like, no, that's not it. I cleared the layer, and then as I was drawing the entire time, I was kind of looping through, what color am I going to make her eyes? Am I going to go hazel? Am I going to go brown like her hair? Am I going to go blue? Like, what am I going to do? And after I put the scarf in, I realized that that would be the only place that there was green in the illustration, so I had to put green somewhere else. And then I was like, eyes. Yeah, she's gonna have green eyes. I made them kind of like a blue tinted green, just so that they would tie in again with that pine color, but also with the blue in the background for the little snowy kind of, winterscape, I guess. I also had a lot of fun playing with texture in this illustration as well, because I used a lot of the driven snow brush for the background, but also as I mentioned before, I was getting kind of burnt out by the end of the illustration, and I had initially planned to render some texture on both the coat and the scarf, but as I got down to it, I was like, no, I do not have the energy for this. I'm just gonna slap some brushes on there and see what it looks like. I think I did some grunge for the coat, and then I can't remember exactly what the pattern is called, but it is under textures, and it's kind of like a corduroy texture, which is a weird texture to use for a scarf, but I felt like it gave it almost like a really tight knitted look, which I don't necessarily know if that's accurate, but it looks nice. It does give it a little bit of texture. It's not so flat like it was before. So yeah, overall it was really nice, and it was just kind of a cathartic experience for me. It was really relaxing to work on, not overwhelming at all until the very tail end, which is where a lot of people tend to get burnt out on some illustrations. So yeah, I was just really glad I made it through this one, and that I was able to make something that was hopefully a little bit cozy for you guys. I'm sorry if this voiceover was all over the place. I filmed it like 15 times, and then I left because I had to go to the mall because Christmas shopping. It's very last minute. It is the 16th. Christmas is in like 5 days. I don't know. It's soon. It's too soon for me to not have anything purchased yet. So yeah, I had to leave and go and get some stuff. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm sorry it was all over the place. Again, don't forget about the giveaway. If you guys want to reach that threshold, you have to share this video because we need like 300 other people to be seeing this video. You know, your friends, your family, not strangers. Don't talk to strangers, but you know, friends, family, friends of friends. If you guys want to reach that 300 or so more people, and we will hit that, and we have until January 1st. That's in like 15-ish days. I don't know. My math's not mathing right now. I'm not thinking. I'm not about to pull up the calendar and check. I love you guys. Before we go, I want to, of course, as always, give a huge shout out to my patrons, Elise Thompson, Duran, Mandy, Schleeps, Crew Heat, created by twins, and Shannon. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for supporting me every single month. If you want to support me as well and check out a lot of cool things like the line art from this video, as well as physical rewards like stickers and prints, and digital rewards like digital downloads, and Etsy and commission discounts, you can check that out. It'll be linked down in the description alongside all my other social media. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.